Well, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, yeah. It's a pro streamer right there. Drops his microphone. Drops his microphone. Yeah, I'm early. Figured I would already somebody here. Figured I'd go a little early just to, I don't know, go a little early. Why not? Not going to really discuss the heart of the matter, the heart of whatever, until we get more people. But glad to see. Hello, Oscar. Cheers. Cheers. Um, wanted to do this in my office today. Hello, Leslie. Hey, everybody. Wanted to do this from my office today just to make it a little more comfortable because it's really cold out in the garage. Hey, Travis. How's yeah, how's everybody doing today? Um, how's the picture looks okay, right? Hey, Ken, Gotham, cheers. Picture looks pretty good, yeah. Hey, Garth, all the usual characters. Thank you guys very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Figured I'd do this from the office today just to, well, like I said, make it a little more comfortable. Here, let me get the. Can you see the banners back there? There we go. Slot Corner, Quick Slicks. No, Leslie, it's not a new mic. It's a mic that I've used for a while. It's a cheap, like it's called a lavalier mic, a lav mic, a lapel mic, and yeah, I didn't want to use the built-in mic. I wanted to use the lav mic. It's a little easier that way. If I want to sit back in the chair, I can. Cheers, guys. So, did everybody watch the race today? Formula One race. The end was, if you haven't watched it, I guess maybe we shouldn't talk about it because there might be people that haven't been able to watch their DVR of it. Or, yes, Leslie, I have a Shure mic. This is not a Shure mic. This is a cheap mic. The brand is called Boya, Boya. You can get them from Amazon. I believe you're in the UK. I believe. I don't know that they have them on Amazon in the UK, but I know they do in the US. They're really cheap mics. They're like $20 for a mic that plugs in. It's a long, hey, MP, cheers. It's a long cord. It's like I don't know, maybe a 20-foot cord on this thing. And it's $20. It's crazy cheap. And the sound's pretty good. I mean, you can pay a lot of money for lavalier mics. You can easily pay, I mean, $1,000 for one. But this little cheapo $20 mic, I think it sounds all right. And just using it in a very quiet environment like this, because it's just me talking and my computer, my desktop. I'm right next to my PC. The PC's right here. You can't see it, but I'm right next to the PC, and you can't hear it running. At least I don't think you can. So anyway, hey Taylor, GT40Y Taylor, cheers guys. So this is the wider view of the office that I guess most of you all haven't really seen before. This is the slot car. This is the big. Hey, slot car man cave. Hey, Brad. This is the big display that I do a lot of the slot car pictures on. I have two displays. I have the big one, and I have a littler one that I use for slot car pictures. And they're permanent. They're made out of foam insulation, and I have them ground foamed and things like that. And anyway, they're super easy to make. I'm probably going to be making a hill for my new track out there, and if I do, I'll do a video about how I do it. I mean, Boons does a really great job, way better job than I will ever be able to come close to doing about scenery and things. So mine's a lot more basic, which is fine. but I'll do a video about how I go about doing this. It is not hard. Literally, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So many legends in the room. Yeah, right. Well, there's Travis. He's a legend. There's MP. He's a legend. I don't know who else is here, but yeah, those are two legends right there. Hey, Vin. Pioneer Mustang's chassis is weak. Is it? I don't know. I only have. Did I move my Mustang? Yeah, my Mustang's. I don't know where my Pioneer Mustang's out in the garage. I'm going to be doing a bit of a. Hey, Reese. I'm going to be doing I guess a bit of a review or talking about. I mean, I really love Pioneer's cars. I don't have many, but I really enjoy them. I really don't know about the Mustang chassis. I hadn't heard that it was weak, but okay. Better chassis. Then I would assume that there's 3D printed chassis you could get if you really wanted to. That might be a good option for you. Yeah, so that's what I would consider. Barry, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to me to have people watch the streams and to watch the Slot Car News stuff. I never expected that I would do this kind of thing. I don't particularly like being on camera, kind of a chunky guy, and camera accentuates the chunkiness or doesn't reveal the chunkiness. Either way, it's a little chunky around here, so I really don't particularly like being on camera. Should I bank my corners? Okay, so yeah, okay, Leslie, you've talked about this before, and I think you mentioned a long time ago, and I didn't get around to this, and I'm sorry. I believe you did mention that I should talk about banked corners. So depending on what track you have, there's better or worse kinds of banking systems. So the Scalextric banking systems basically, if I remember right, are just like supports that go under the track and it kind of pushes them up. They're not really molded track pieces. I really don't like that way of resolving it. The Carrera Bank track is hard plastic track, which is molded in banks. And if I wouldn't get the tightest radius of banked curve, I think it's the 130 is the banked curve. They're horrendous because they're only cars, the very short overhangs in front and behind the wheels. Here, let me get a car and I'll show you. So like this car, hey, I can stand up, cool. This car has a pretty long overhang. The distance between the back of the wheels and then the back of the car, and the front of the wheels and the front of the car, right? So as it goes around, it may drag the track. I don't know that SCX stock cars do than NASCARs. So I'm not saying that they do. I'm just saying the problem with the Carrera stuff, the tightest radius, the 130, I think it's called the 130. I should know. I used to work for them for quite a few years. So the 130s, it's very abrupt, right? So because of that tight turn, the car might drag the track. I really don't like the other bigger reason, and this is the other bigger reason is because they don't have, or at least they didn't. I haven't paid attention, but I really don't think they have. They don't have any walls or track fencing that works. They have border for it, but there's no fence you can get to put on the track to keep the cars from going off the track. I think functionally it's not a great thing, right? So the idea of having banking on Carrera track, I would go, if you were going to do it, I would go with the second radius, which I guess is the 230. I forget their naming conventions. I would not go with the tightest radius. Now, I know that means you have to change everything on your track. Short answer is I wouldn't do it. Bank track looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. none of the track systems have a banking system or a banking kind of methodology that I really like. So I know that's not much of an answer, but it's the answer that I have for you. Okay, so hello, Rich. Hello, Oscar. I'm not going to say it sucks, but you're welcome to your opinion. I'm not going to, we can share our opinions here. I just don't like it, and for those reasons. So yeah, okay. So Garth brings up, we got basically 30 people in here today. We got 30 people now. Okay, so Garth brings up a point about SCX. Going to talk a little bit about SCX. What's going to happen is they're in the process of contacting new dealers. Okay, there will be a fairly limited number of dealers at first. Okay, so just be patient with me with all this. Okay, as I describe it. All right. They will be, I believe, fulfilling orders out of either Spain or out of China. If a dealer wants to order in larger quantities, they will be able to directly from China. And the sales manager, Jordy, would be the one that would talk to them about all of this. I'm just consulting for them. So I'm going out on a bit of a limb here, even discussing it, but I figured I would. So there will not be, yet anyway, there will not be what are commonly referred to as distributors. Okay. What I'm calling a distributor is someone that doesn't sell retail, that just sells to other dealers. It's someone that imports goods into the country, warehouses them, and then fulfills orders directly from dealers, not from consumers. Okay? I'm using very specific language here for a reason. They will have a number of dealers. I've given them a list of dealers that I feel, and they agree, that they want to do business with. They're in the process of contacting them. At the moment, there have only been a few that have been contacted. There is reasonably limited inventory, I believe, which is good. We're kind of at the change from one year to the next, so it's kind of in an in-between time. I have not yet seen what is coming next year for cars. I made a number of suggestions. I see there's some discussion here in the comments. I'll get to them in a second. I've made a number of suggestions for cars for the next few years. Let me back up and say this company is essentially a brand new company. Okay? So the Arnow family, there's a family that owns the brand SCX. Okay, they've owned it for a long, long time, and they've what's called licensed their brand to a number of different companies over the years, right? So when I worked for them and Brian worked for them, we worked for a company called Technotoys. Okay, Technotoys had a North American part, a North American office. Well, they didn't really have an office. We had employees here in North America. Okay, it was me and Brian, and then one other guy for a very short time, but basically me and Brian. That company was Technotoys. They used the brand name SCX under license from the Arnow family to make slot cars. Okay? So, and I still see there's a lot going on here. Hey, folks. Hey, Silver Cobra. Hello, Michael. Okay, so we're going on with the SCX discussion here. So neither Brian or I worked for this new company. The new company was formed by the owners of the brand name. Okay? The Arnau family owns the brand name SCX and Scalextric, the brand name Scalextric, what they use in Spain and Mexico and some of the old Eastern Bloc countries. So this brand new company, I have been in contact with the Arnau family, or with the owner, Luis Arnau, or one of the owners, for more than a year now. Basically, as soon as I got let go by Scalextric, I had contacted him. He and I had been friends over the years and had remained in contact. And I wanted to reach out to him, of course, because I wanted a job. Naturally, who doesn't? And he said that, yes, if they were going to get back into the U.S. and North America, that I would be in their plans. So fast forward to this year, basically that got put together. The agreement got put together over several months, many months, nearly a year. And now they've begun to roll out a catalog for the U.S., for North America, pricing for North America. The prices are competitive with other brands. There's been a lot of price increases for a variety of reasons. We don't like it. We as slot car guys don't like it, but in the end, we don't have a choice because, it is what it is, as folks like to say. So I'm a consultant for this new company that is formed and using the brand name SCX. Okay. So none of the people, not the old company that I worked for years ago, doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't existed for many, many years. So I am working for an entirely new group of people with one or two exceptions, but all the salespeople, I believe, so it's a whole new bunch of people. Okay. An entirely different company. That's all I'm going to say about that. I have to be careful because there's, feelings either way about who should or shouldn't be working for SCX, right? Regardless, this is a brand new company. There you go. The company will have a fairly limited line this year, which we got a couple weeks left in this year. And then next year, early next year, I honestly don't know when. I probably should have asked. I don't know when new products will be announced, but, I'm assuming more new products are going to be announced like everybody's going to do. So, yeah. So there's not a lot that I know. Well, there's nearly nothing I know for this coming year, right? I know what's available right now, and I know there's a few people. Electric Dreams does have inventory, some inventory. They are selling it now, and there have been two other dealers that have been contacted. I don't want to say their names yet. They're familiar to you folks. They don't have any inventory yet. They haven't placed an order yet, so I don't think it's fair to mention them. It's not fair to them, not fair to SCX, until they actually have something in-house that they can ship. I know this may not be very satisfying to people, but I don't want to overpromise when, things are still in motion. There are too many pieces still moving at the moment. So, it's not very satisfying, but it's the way it is. And I want to be very, very careful about how this is all kind of rolled out, because I don't want to raise expectations too much, saying, oh yeah, they're going to be, 100 dealers, they're going to be available in Walmart, Target, and wherever else. It's going to be limited at first. It's going to grow. I agree with this. I agree with a very conservative approach to product management, to brand management, and I'm in it for the long term with these folks. And I've been in the long term with slot cars, obviously, for more than a decade now. So, It may not be very satisfying, but that's where we are right now. It's going to start small, it's going to grow, and I believe it's going to make sense. I just ask you to be patient. That's all I ask. And there we go. Okay, now, so there's some discussion here. Point toward the yellow Corvette on the poster. Oh, this is just it's a C6 from years ago. It's I think I got that at Lime Rock. Yeah, I got that at Lime Rock, and the guys signed it. The team signed it. I got a couple other posters that were signed at the time, but I can't reorient the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so okay, there's a lot of points here. Okay, a couple discussions about bank curves. Hello, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for showing up. My recommendation, Travis, Stock Car Guy, says they invest heavily in social media. They will be. I believe one of the things I'm going to be doing with them, for them, is pictures for social media. And I don't want to get out ahead of what they may do, but that's kind of, obviously one of my strengths, I believe, and some folks believe. So that will be, I believe, again, it's for me to follow their lead, but I believe that's one of the things I'm going to be helping them with. So yes, Travis. Hello, Silver Cobra. Hello, Clifton. If a car gets Michael Murarchi, boy, I butchered that. I'm sorry, Michael. Have a question. If a car gets smashed by a foot, like if someone steps on it, well, you have to figure out what's broken and see if you can get a replacement. Depending on the company, you're probably not going to be able to get a replacement. If it's a home set car like Scalextric or Carrera, unfortunately, there just aren't replacement chassis available. So, I mean, the plastic car can be glued. So, yes, Travis, we're going to do a live discussion. We will. We need to, yeah, we should probably do a test, actually. After this, no, it's early or later. I forget what freaking time it is for you. It's early in the morning, yes? But it's Monday, so you're probably on your way to work, aren't you? Anyway, we need to do a test, and we need to do a live discussion. Yes, that needs to happen shortly. Sucker Man Cave said he was thinking about Brian. Yeah, I miss Brian too. I've been thinking about him a lot recently. And yeah, I miss him too. Slow rollout, yes. Aston, yes. Aston flag on the ceiling. I had a discolored ceiling panel, and I wanted to cover it. So it's blocking, yeah. Kind of cheesy, I know. Okay, Gotham. Hello, Beatnik. Cheers. So, Gotham says, looking forward to the 914s. I believe that I have the triple pack of 914s on the way. I have a DHL notification. And I think, what day is it? The 12th? I think this week. I think I'm getting the package this week. And that I believe it's got the triple pack. It may only have one, but it may be the triple pack. We'll see. I'll open it. If I get it, I'll do a live stream of opening it. How about that? Can you glue a chassis and body? Yes, you can. Hello, Vin. Who is my favorite professional slot car racer? There are really no professional slot car racers. I was on a team with Mark Azaraga, and he's easily one of the best racers in the U.S. And he and I won 2 national championships together. Mark's won a number of solo championships and other team championships, but the championships, the national championships that I have are for BRM and Scale Auto, and they were team championships, a 2-hour and I think a 6-hour race that he and I did together. And yeah, we won. So those are my championships. But Mark Azaraga is probably the favorite guy that I've ever seen race slot cars. My favorite real race car driver is Lewis Hamilton. Get ready, give me all the hate. I don't care. I like Hamilton. Not saying I don't like anybody else. I just like Hamilton. So what else do we have here? Oh, you're on leave. Oh, well, maybe we'll try to we'll work something out here. Andrew, thank you very much, Andrew. Appreciate for stopping by. What are your thoughts on Revo versus Scalextric? So, I mean, Revo slot are expensive. Revo slot are high-end hobbyist cars. They're not like what Scalextric make. You can just about get 2 Scalextric cars for the price of 1 Revo car. Revo cars are beautiful models. They're stunning, but I mean, they're quite expensive. They're aimed at hobbyists. They're not a great place to start. If you're new to the hobby, don't start there. Buy Scalextric or Carrera or the Polycar Homeset stuff or something like that. Don't start with the high-end stuff first. It may not look as exciting to you as the expensive stuff, but the expensive stuff is, not made for a beginning racer, if you're a beginning racer. Okay. Michael Squire, cheers. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss anybody. A cardboard box. All right, yes, I am still a fan of Polycar track. My track is still going to be Polycar. That's not going to change. I assume at some point I will be sent a new SCX set. I don't have any SCX track anymore. I had it. It was years and years and years ago. I actually gave it to somebody. Guy turned out to be kind of a jerk and kept the track. So whatever. Who cares? So yes, my suggestion is still Polycar track. I like hard plastic track. It's got excellent grip. The SCX track has excellent grip as well. The new stuff, the gray track. So that might be a great option for you. That track will be available probably in the US. There won't be track sets available soon. There will be cars available from SCX in 143rd and 132. There will not be digital cars available, just analog cars at first, okay? Small steps. There will not be sets available yet. They will be available at some point, not yet. Again, please be careful. Please be patient, rather. There will be track accessories available for their current track. And yeah, so it's going to be, a very, very limited range at first. Again, please be patient. Build a wood track. I have a wood track as well. I love wood tracks. You're welcome to hate him. I like him. Cartrix, I believe Cartrix is still making cars. Yes, I don't really see them an awful lot on Facebook. I don't know how much social media presence they really have. So yeah, I probably should know, but I honestly don't. What the situation is with Cartrix. I'm sorry. I probably should. What else do we say here? Oh. When did you start your slot car career? Okay, here's another question. I have standard Scalextric track. Do I race digital on it? Yes, you can race digital on it, but you need to convert it to digital, meaning digital power base, controllers, power supply, and lane changes. So you have to essentially take out the power base and put in lane changes on the start piece and put chips in all your cars. You can make it digital. So I'm Michael. I'm sure you can take me in a race. I am not a great slot car driver. Is there SCX stuff available in the UK anymore? There will be if there is not now. I don't know how they're going to fulfill to the UK. Again, please be patient. There will be some kind of sales there. I'm assuming. I don't see any reason why there wouldn't be. So, Vincent. So I started racing. Well, I started driving when I was a little slot car racing with my uncle when I was a little kid, about 4 or 5 years old. And he got me my first slot car set, which was a Tyco slotless set. And I kind of was out of it. We moved to Pennsylvania from Connecticut, and there wasn't really places to buy. It's a pretty rural area, and there wasn't really places to buy slot car stuff here in where I lived, and we didn't really have the money to buy the stuff when I was little. So the track that I had eventually broke. It wasn't replaced. It got thrown away. And, pretty typical kind of a story from a lot of people. And so what's that? Michael, we don't need to be there, dude. It's okay. We're just having fun here. So I kind of got out of the slot car hobby for a long time, and I got back into it about 2000, and then I've been racing on and off with clubs, and with all the traveling that I do, I get to race, or all the traveling I did over 12 or 14 years, whatever it was. I got to hang out with people and do some racing. So, and I talk about this in one of my early videos. If you look back through my videos, I talk about kind of my slot car career, and I talk about my history. So yeah, I've been involved in it a long time. Yeah. So anyway, Darren, you live 30 miles from Hornby. Very cool. I visited Hornby a number of times when I worked there. I think I visited 5 times. I was in the UK 5 times. Love Ramsgate. Love kind of area of southern England. It's beautiful. And yeah. Harrell is incredible track. Yes. Hey, Travis, your track looks great. Looks amazing. the Harrell track, I mean, looks incredible. I don't think it's available here though yet. Hello, Charles. Well, my previous SCX track work with the new track. Will there be kits upgradable with the racing software? So the software is just an app. If you have the how to describe it, the gray track, not the black track, I believe that it will work. You take out the start track piece, and I believe the lane changes will work. I need to be sure about this though. I haven't seen the new track system. They've changed a couple times, and I know that upsets some people. And I mean, it's hard when you change operating systems. So I believe your track pieces would work. I believe you would have to change the chips, although I'm not 100% sure. Again, I haven't seen the stuff myself yet. I have their analog cars here. I don't have any digital cars or a track set. So again, please be patient. I believe you can though. Then it would be great to do a car meet. It would be fantastic. I hope at some point we can all get together. Hello, Dirty Santa. Hello, Clifton, Queens Village, New York. Right on. I'm from New York City as well. I was Born on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Armchair Racer, yeah. No track in stock. Sold out. No stock in Oz of SCX. Yeah, I believe the stuff needs to get. They need to get out to the companies. They're just in the process of getting things out. I know it's not very satisfying to hear. Everyone wants stuff now. I get that. Trust me, I get it. I want it now as well. But we're just going to have to be patient. I'm sorry, guys. Any idea? Oh, wait. Any idea how to keep my car on the track better? Clean your tires. That's always the first answer, regardless. I have a 1.5-inch long wooden guide. Doesn't seem to help too much. Yeah, Michael. So you need to make sure your tires are clean. You need to. There's a whole variety of things. A clean track is a happy track. Clean tires are happy tires. There's more to it that Sucker News Carmi. Yeah, MP. I think it would be great. I would like to have a meetup at some point. There's a lot to tire adhesion, right? So there's not one or a car sticking to the track. There's not one way of saying, oh, this or that is the only one way to get a tire to stick on the track. If you have a magnet, if you clean the track, if your tires are cleaned, if you don't have a magnet, how are you trying to drive the car? There's a lot of different things, and there's no one easy way, despite what people online tell you. There's no one way, okay? There just isn't. What would you recommend for cleaning tires? Tape or packing labels. Flip off a packing label that's sticky on one side and roll it back and forth, or if you have masking tape. Now, I know this isn't masking tape, but you peel off some tape and then roll it backwards so the sticky side is out this way, and then roll a car back and forth on it, and that cleans it. Or a lint roller that you clean off clothes with. Get a lint roller. They're cheap, and they are easily the best way to clean tires. So Darren, saliva. Not really sure. Yeah, Michael, not really liking you telling people to shut up. All right, so let's not do that, okay, bud? Not really liking that. Dollar store, yes, dollar store for lint rollers. So Darren asks about the next time I'm in the UK. It is possible. There's a slim chance that I may be coming to the UK in May. I think it's the Gaydon Slot Car Show. Maybe. It's a small chance. Hopefully by then COVID's died down a little bit. I did get my third shot. So yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll be in England. If I do come to England, I will let people know well in advance. If I do end up going, it's fine, Michael. Just we're trying to keep things relaxed here. So let's just enjoy. Okay. So what else here? Yeah, too cold. It is really cold here. Andrew asks, digital or manual lane changing, what are your thoughts? So SCX has mechanical lane changes. I like those better because they don't require power. I do like the other digital systems that have everything kind of in the car, and then you're just, I don't know. I really do like the idea of lane changes not having to have power, which is the way that the SCX system works. Is they're mechanical. So you go through, and then as you go through, it bumps a little trigger, and the trigger closes the lane change right behind you. I think it's a great way to do things. I think it makes more sense than most ways of doing things. John Player. Oh wait, here I wrecked my John Player special. The spoiler flew off. My Allstate agent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think your Allstate agent's going to care about your slot card stuff. I'm sorry. I wish. Hello, Jonathan. Jonathan Roberts. Cheers. I would like to have a meetup at some point. That would be a lot of fun. I would, absolutely. The problem is the U.S. is so big. Sean Casey, who's a frequent viewer, I don't know if he's here yet or not, has said that he was encouraging me to have a slot car show of, or organize a slot car show of some type. It would be really cool. It would be great to do. If I were to do it, it would probably be someplace like Philadelphia, because that's more centrally located than having something locally near my house. Because I don't really live in the middle of nowhere, but I kind of do. But in Philadelphia, it would be, near an airport, that sort of thing. So if I were to try to organize a show, it would be in Philadelphia someplace. That's a ways off. So what else we got going here? Digital is big in the States, yes. Silver Cobra. Hey Ray, cheers. So will I return to SCI? I'm on Home Racing World regularly. I would rather limit my posts to Home Racing World for a variety of reasons that I'm not really going to get into here. I appreciate the job that Harry does with Home Racing World, and he and I have been good friends. I really like Harry for quite a while now. He's been incredibly supportive of me, and that support means a lot. In the end, all you really have is the respect that you earn from friends. And Harry's always treated me really well, and I feel like only contributing. I have a lot of things that I have to post a lot of different places. I'd rather focus my attention on a forum to Home Racing World. That's the shortest answer that I can give you. Would you clean your tires? Tires would clean after a few laps. No. Tires generally don't clean themselves. They just kind of pick up dirt along the way, and it kind of just stays on the tire, especially silicone tires, which are more common here in the US. So, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, Michael. I don't really. So Michael asked, "You live in New York? Any chance?" So I don't live in New York anymore. I was born in New York. I live in Pennsylvania now. So any trip I would have to do to New York would be, on a day off or vacation or something like that. And it's kind of hard for me to do that these days. I have a full-time job, plus a full-time job that's not slot cars anymore. So I don't have the luxury of traveling for slot car related things anymore like I used to. So yeah, sorry. Robert asks, have you had ever reviewed the Scalextric Ultimate Guide series of books? I know they're great. I haven't. I'm not really. Yeah, I don't. I would recommend them if you're into Scalextric lore and Scalextric history. I don't really feel like I need to buy them, but if you really want a good slot car book, I'm sure they're good. I've seen some of the older ones. I haven't seen the newest one, and they look really great. But I just don't feel the need to buy them personally. I don't. I know maybe I'm kind of saying it both ways, but I just don't feel the need to buy them myself. Um, you never know, Michael. You never know. I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh is all the way on the west side of the state. I'm about 3 hours away from Pittsburgh, um, and about 5 hours or so away from New York City. Anyway, Adrian is writing. Yeah, Adrian did ask me to stuttering. Adrian asked me to submit some photos and some stuff to him, and I didn't get around to doing that. I should have, because I have a lot of photos from the last few years of, what we had done for the Skelectric brand here, and I should have sent him some photos, and I didn't. I don't know why I did. Sing us a Pennsylvania polka. No, sir, not singing. Trust me. I don't have a great voice. Did I miss any here? I don't think I did. Just a couple discussions back and forth. Yeah, no problem, guys. So, hold on a second. Okay, a couple bits of news here. So, end of the year, people are hoping for, more new releases to arrive. Beginning of the week, at some point during this last week, Carrera sent out an email saying, and I can probably just read the email. Well, can I read the email? I don't know. Is it supposed to be? Maybe it's supposed to be confidential. I got an email sent to me by somebody who was a friend, and and the email basically says that as of a few days ago, Carrera's not going to be able to ship things from then on and have guaranteed that they will arrive before Christmas. Okay. And I know we're still not really, it's the 12th today, right? Yes, it's the 12th today. So, we're still a ways away from, well, not that far away from Christmas actually, but, yeah, so, there's just not a lot of time left to get stuff in, get stuff logged into inventory and then shipped out to get to dealers. So pretty much what dealers have now and what they can get over the next, probably this week is probably going to be the end of shipping for Christmas. You really needed to have ordered something by now if you would have expected to be shipped. So, the shipping delays have really hurt, I mean, frankly, everybody. But, what are you going to do? It is what it is. Kent, UK. Yes, Kent. It's the way you all do namings of towns in England doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Because in the US, we don't usually mention the county. We just mention the state, the country, the state, and the town. Just those three things. But in England, you mention the United Kingdom, the city, the town, and then the village. And then it's like, okay, well, this doesn't make any sense to the rest of the world, or to us, I should say. So, hey there, Sean. Cheers. How do you open a fuel cap? What? You goofing, Andrew? Oh, boy. Yes. You call Skelectric if you lose your keys, Andrew. Yes. Okay. Yes, AG. I have been to the town of Sandwich, which was right next to yes. I stayed in Sandwich, or no. Was it Sandwich? Yes, it was. And then the town of Ham is right near there. Is that what you were saying? Yes, exactly. So when the first trip I took to England, well, ever, we stayed in a town when Hornby was in the old building which is the new building. But then they moved fairly recently. They were in the they were near the town of Sandwich, and that's where we stayed when I visited. And it was hilarious to me because I'm a chunky guy and I love sandwiches. Cheers, Sean. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. We're very close to Christmas, I know. I will be doing streams. I forget what days are. Anyway, cheers, Andrew. I will be doing streams regardless, live streams and videos and things like that, regardless of when kind of the holiday, Christmas holiday falls. So yeah, I mean, expect, I forget when Christmas is, but I'm still going to be Dave the Ham Sandwich. Yeah, right, man. I do love me a good ham sandwich. Slice of mayo on some good seeded Jewish rye. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Pickle on the side, please. Anyway, guys. So any other questions here? No, I'm not really. I love I like turkey, but turkey just like as turkey dinner, not so much as like turkey in a sandwich. I don't know why. Stop, you're hungry. Yeah, my wife, when I end the stream here, my wife has been cooking a turkey in a crock pot all day and smells really good. We got some potatoes in there. Anyway, I'm talking about food because I'm getting hungry. Anyway, guys. Hey, Sean, thanks. Okay, stoked for your involvement. Sean asks or says, your involvement with SCX. Did you work with them for the licenses, NASCAR licenses? Yes. When I was at SCX, that's when we did all the NASCAR stuff. That's when they did all the NASCAR stuff. They had started maybe 2 years before I was there, or a year before I was there. And then while I was there, we did a few demos with. I think we did them with NASCAR because I did a bunch with Carrera with NASCAR. But then we did a lot of NASCARs when I was at SCX, a lot. And they still have the molds, I believe, for the COT and the Aero car. I have not talked to them yet about redoing NASCAR cars. It is too early for me to suggest that because that's a very costly license. I don't want SCX to. I don't want to have SCX's attention be on a really expensive license. I don't think it's worth it. Certainly not in the short term. I do think the molds that they have, I'm pretty sure they do still have the aero body. This is the aero body, not the COT. This is the longer body. This car performs better than the COTs do. I believe they still have that mold, and I believe there's money to be made from that mold. And yeah, I mean, I would suggest that they make it. Haven't really discussed that with them yet, but again, we're going slow here. We're doing things kind of incrementally, and now a dealer base is the important thing, and that's the focus now, and kind of re-rolling out the brand here as they see that they want me to help them with. It is them doing it. Is just me helping here and there where I can. It's not all me. In fact, it's a little of me and most of them, because it's their company. So anyway, why can't they use simpler braids? Okay, so yes, the F1 licensing is pretty expensive. I don't want. It's just really, really, really expensive, and you only get a year or two with the sort of the right body. And next year everything's going to change again. F1s are it's just too expensive a license for really any company to stay with, and that's why you've seen basically everyone give up on them as far as licensed current cars. As Sean said here, the Monoposto cars from Slotted, I think, are the best for Polycar Slotted. I think are the best option. They go like stink. They are very high quality. They are ready to have decals put on them. That's what I would do. I would do that and enjoy. Yeah, it costs too costly to change. Yes, they. Who asked that? Michael Squire. Yes, they do. It's just a double tab, but if you rewrap it, you can. And I did that on. I don't have any here. I did that on a couple cars that I show in some videos, and I can do another video just about rewrapping the braid to give you one long braid on it rather than two little stubs. And that works really well. It's not hard to do. Trust me, you can do it. It definitely makes better contact. And that's what I do with every SCX car. Once I do that with them, I don't have any problems with contact with the cars. So Dirty Santa, no. I discussed this, I think, before you showed up. SCX is having dealers in North America. I gave them a list of about 24 people, 24 companies that I've worked with in the past. And we are actually a few more. Well, we went back and forth about a list, basically. And they're going to start with those dealers fulfilling directly out of Spain or out of China. There will be no distributors, at least to start. But again, this could change. It's their business, not my business. I don't know, I don't see them changing to that model, to a distributor model. I see them, and I see other companies going to fulfillment from their home office overseas rather than fulfillment from a warehouse here in the U.S. You heard it here first. You heard this. I don't call it a rumor, but conjecture, let's say. Thank you, Michael. Yes, it's yeah. So it's not everyone's cup of tea, the SCX braid with the little tabs, but I think once you get the little prongs underneath set, they do touch the braid nicely, or they touch the back side of the guide nicely. And then once you get a long braid on the front that actually touches the track, they make really good contact. No problem, Dirty Santa. If I can ask everybody, please give the stream a thumbs up if you like the content. Even if you give it, here's a little insider information for you. Even if you give it a thumbs down, which I'm not asking you to give it a thumbs down, even if you give it a thumbs down, YouTube still sees that as an interaction, and that does help a boost. So people, because there's a couple people, and I think it's maybe the same 5 people that always give me thumbs down, because that seems either 2 or it's 5 on almost everything. So when you give me a thumbs up, or I think a thumbs down, that's an interaction, and it sees that video as more valuable in some way, I think, because it's been interacted with. I appreciate the thumbs ups. Having said that, though, because it takes out of my time. I've done a fair amount of investment in cameras and lights and various kinds of things, and you take your time out of the day to do a stream, and you put yourself out there and talk to people kind of honestly, and you leave yourself open for a lot of comments. Let's just say that. But I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, folks. I'm not going anywhere just yet. If you do want to support me, here is the buy me a coffee. Cat in a box. Oh no, tapestry. Yes. So folks have asked about tapestries and prints and things. So this is the link for and you see in the sidebar, if you go to that link, you can see various things. You click on those. So like, here's the link for a coffee cup, and like the big tapestries that I have, you can click on wall art and you click on tapestry, and these are huge. And Oscar, if Oscar is still here from Slot Invasion US, not Clifton, whatever. Oscar bought me 2 of those huge banners, the Slot Car News banners, and they're really nice material. Add this emote. Can I add that emote? I don't know. Can I? I don't know if I can. I don't know how to add emotes, man. Someone with a brain needs to help me figure out how to add emotes. I think I need maybe to have paid people. Yes, I agree, Mario. Hello, Mario. Oscar's a great guy. I think you have to have like fans, which is like a subscription here. Not a subscription, but like a paid thing. Anyway, so if you want to, so there's coffee cups there, there's tapestries there, there's a lot of other things there. There's t-shirts there, and you just click on the Pixels account. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to support me directly, buying something there, or if you want to do it through Buy Me a Coffee, the Buy Me a Coffee has 2 different possibilities. There is a support button and a membership button. The membership button means that you're supporting me on a monthly basis, and you can choose that level that you want to support me. The support button means that you buy me individual coffees. It's like tips, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, from the Office of Shameless Self Promotion, there we go. We all gotta get by. We can talk slots. Absolutely. Love to sit and talk slots with anybody. As you all can see, I can talk slots essentially forever. And I usually do. I need to connect with my boy Travis. I don't know if Travis is still here, but we need to have a test call soon and figure out if we can only broadcast to the StreamYard. Absolutely, a beer. Beer is fine. A whiskey is fine. A scotch is fine. A martini is fine. Anything under the sun is fine. Well, not anything. We need to figure out if we can only stream to StreamYard or if we can stream to YouTube or how that works. So, yeah, Travis. Yeah, I know. It's 5 in the evening here, so it's 6 in the morning there. 6 or 7 in the morning there. I'm really terrible at this. I appreciate it, Travis. I don't know, Michael. I don't know if they still make Reprotech still makes cars. 9 a.m. Right. Okay, 9 a.m. Really? 9 a.m. in Melbourne? It's 9 p.m. in the UK, right? 9 a.m. Oh God, I'm terrible at this, I think. Anyway, I'll get it right. I'll get it right eventually. Wait, what's my world clock on my phone say? Yeah, of course, you're right. There you go. That's what I was using for my world clock, my phone clock, to try to figure out my streaming schedule. I don't know if I was right or not. I probably was wrong. Anyway, yeah, in the future you are, yes. Anyway, folks, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody stopping by to listen to this lumpy little guy talk about toy cars. It means a lot. If you have any questions, also if you're watching this and it's after the live stream, you can't comment on the live chat. Some people try to do that pretty much every time, and I don't think they understand it's not live anymore. So I usually go live. I'm going to try to go live every Sunday at 4 p.m. East Coast time, 1 p.m. West Coast time, and I think that's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. in the UK. Again, I'm terrible at this. Cheers, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. See you next week.